YouTube community. I'm Katrina from Katrina's Teddy Talks. Thanks very much for joining. And if you feel like you would like to subscribe, please do. It will help my channel grow. So right now I am cleaning my sofa, deep cleaning the sofa. This entire video is going to be just filled with me doing all the odd jobs that I don't get to do on a daily basis, but I've managed to get them done in little intervals of the day and thought, okay, I'm able to get enough footage to put this into one video. So that's exactly what I've done. So it was filmed over a few days. Of course, normally my cleans will be filmed in the one day, but this is filmed over a few days just to show you exactly what I needed to get done on my list and managed to do so. So as you seen there, I was deep cleaning my sofa and I was using a brand called Hussoff, I think is the name of it. You can buy the steam cleaner on Amazon and it's absolutely amazing. I'm not sponsored by any company, of course. I've like few subscribers. Like no one's going to know who little Katrina is in the corner. But I just wanted to let you know, comparing to like other brands that I've used, this is the best upholstery cleaning tool I've ever used. Like the best. It is obviously self-heating, so of course you can have the temperature really high and you can steam after, which is what you've seen me do, and there's three different levels that you can select between. I just love it because when I used to use Bissell and then I had like my little green machine, I always felt that I needed to put warm water in. And one of the machines that I used, I'll not say which one, but one machine that I used, I put really warm water in and the actual tank swelled up and bust halfway through. Okay, it wasn't warm water, it was actually boiling water, so it was really my own fault. But I just love the fact that I don't have to worry about that. I just have to put the cold water in, put the solution in, and away we go. And it just works an absolute treat. The stains come out. You could see there from the dirty water how gross the city was. The stains come out like a treat. So yeah, I am moving on to my next job, which is like cutting down a door. So I took down two other doors, installed two new doors, because I already had all the rest of the doors fitted, but these two had been waiting in my little summer house from January, and no one had got around to putting them up yet. So me and my partner lifted the doors up and he fitted the doors, and then it was my job to really paint them. And what I did then with the old doors was just take a chainsaw to the door, the old door, and I looked like something out of Breaking Bad and thought, well, this is not my finest moment, but hey ho, it's a moment. I think I told you recently, like I love my job, my current 9 to 5 job, and things have changed from I last told you that. And I just want to be like vulnerable with you. Obviously, I am a mum of three. I work full time 9 to 5, and I also work at weekends and I do gigs, so I sing at weekends. That's why my voice sounds a bit like Rod Stewart versus Doc Cotton, a mix of both, because I've been singing twice this weekend, so it's a bit hoarse. But yeah, this sexy tone, hello. But yeah, it's going to be like that probably until tomorrow, I think, and then I'll be back to normal. It doesn't hurt, but it's just a bit annoying. So yeah, I wanted to let you know that at the minute I'm not really happy with my workplace. Um, and I don't really feel that they're supportive in a career aspect. And I was on a great project for about 2 years, and then of course that came to an end, and I've just been passed from pillar to post. And I used to love that. I really did. I used to love being passed from pillar to post, and anyone that needed me and their team, I jumped on and helped support. But recently it's becoming a bit like more uncertain as to where I actually fit in. Shortly, just so I can interrupt, I'm going to be decluttering my linen cupboard. It badly needed it, and I was delighted with myself because I managed to get 2 bags of declutter. Some of them I was able to donate, and the rest I was able to throw away. But yeah, I really needed that cupboard was driving us insane. So you'll see me doing that in a minute. But when I go back to what I was saying, so I started to look for other jobs and I had an interview. And this interview was with an energy company. And there's two energy companies that is quite popular in Northern Ireland. And I had an interview for one that supplies only electricity. But oh no, sorry, that there we are. I'm getting it wrong. I thought I had an interview for one that supplies only electricity, but no, I had an interview for one that supplies electricity and gas. And so the interview happened. My camera wouldn't work, which is a great start to the interview. And then they started asking about questions related to the gas regulations. And I just froze. Like I literally froze. I couldn't even speak. And the person who was taking the interview was like, "Hello, can you hear me? Has your internet frozen? Hello?" And right away, I just disconnected the call and just ran down the stairs and was like, "I have no idea what I've just done. What have I done? What have I done?" I had to go back to the email, look at the actual job description, and then resume the call and apologize and say, I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea what I was doing. So my partner found this absolutely hilarious because, you know, it's me. These things happen to me all the time. And it is just one of these things that can add to my list of memories for him and I when, we kind of remind each other about things that's happened in the past. And he laughs at me and I laugh at him. But there is a few more that I have um that would embarrass him more. So one being I worked with a girl who had incredibly smelly shoes. Now, she didn't have smelly feet, but she did have smelly shoes. So her shoes had obviously been washed or maybe rain got on them or whatever, and they hadn't been cleaned. And she was a good friend of mine. And this was years ago. And I said, "Would you like me to give you a lift home?" And we were on our way home, and I was connected to my Bluetooth in the car. My partner rings me and he was like, "Oh," because we both worked in the same company at that time. And he's like, "Oh, I seen you were sitting beside Smelly Feet today." And the person he was speaking about was sitting right beside me. My face went red as the traffic light. And I says, "Oh, um, she's sitting here at the minute." And his face went red. And he went, uh, um, uh, uh, "I think I'm breaking up. I got, oh, bad connection, bite." And it was like, what the hell? So he still goes red face every time I speak about that. And I think that now I am catching up with him with the amount of embarrassing things that I've been doing recently. So yeah, we are on an embarrassing path of life at the minute. But back to just normal day to day life. I'm now hanging some washing out and trying my best just to get ahead of the game here for the next week ahead. But you will see more upcoming videos very, very soon. And I just love chatting to you. And of course, I appreciate anybody that joins the channel. So if you are thinking of joining my channel or you think in any way, okay, this girl is giving me some sort of motivation or just making me think that life shouldn't be taken so seriously, well then join the channel because this channel hopefully will motivate you to do something on your to-do list or sit back with a cup of coffee, cup of tea, glass of water and listen to Katrina's embarrassing stories. The channel should be named Katrina's Embarrassing Cleans because that's exactly what this channel is going to be dedicated to. All of the embarrassing things that happen being a parent of three and a parent of one dog. My life is chaotic at the minute, really busy. and I have a lot of things to share. And me just, dressing up like something from Breaking Bad there with my chainsaw was another embarrassing moment. And I don't think you can expect anything else from me. So thanks again for joining, and I'll see you in the next one.